right, I'm into a long position right now off the NQ, as you can see here. This is my first trade, pretty much up to today, guys. I've been looking at the ES. I got some things marked off, but I've been busy with some other things this morning, and it's 12 p.m. Eastern time right now, so it's noon time. Looking to go ahead and try to get filled off this position here on the NQ for a quick scalp. So we'll see what happens here. This is off my 12 range chart on the NQ. We should come up here. We have there we go. Just got filled right there. Okay, it's probably going to maybe push a little higher. It may actually take out this area here. I'm not sure, but now the Nasdaq is a very, very liquid market in loads of volatility, I'll say. So if you are a Nasdaq lover, and you can make profit pretty quick, but you got to be very careful because it's a different type of beast. It's not as thick as the ES or the E-mini or the micro ES. It's a fast-paced moving market, but if you know what you're doing, same strategy, kind of how I use trading supply and demand. You can profit and do decent on the Nasdaq as well. So I'm looking at both markets hand in hand in a sense. So, but the Nasdaq is and I'm trading the E-mini contract. Okay, so it is a very thin market, and as you can see, with lots of movement. All right, so this is a 60 range chart off the Nasdaq that I'm looking at here. Again, I am looking at the ES as well. So, let me see what I have. What we have here on the Nasdaq. All right, so there is a supply zone resting right here with a gap. There is, or imbalance. There is a supply zone right here. So again, this on the Nasdaq. I'm not sure what happened to my volume profile on this chart here, but it's okay. And this is on the 60 range. So we got to push down, pull back. Let me see. Price push down, pull back, broke lower. Okay, so I'm looking at this on the 60 range chart. So let's see if price taps into that zone right now or within the next few moments here. Okay, so we're getting a bit of rejection here. Okay, so I'm looking back over here at my ES chart now. It's like we're tapping into an area of supply here off the ES. And there's a supply area right here on the, let me make sure. Yeah, on the 60 range chart. We haven't 100% tapped into that area of imbalance there at the supply zone, but scaling back down to my, and to me, we look, like I said, bearish. We're off the ES or the E-mini S&P 500 chart. Moving to the downside here. So, bearish on the ES. And so I'll be looking for shorts primarily. We're tapping into this zone now. We have an imbalance right here. Price is just tapped into it. Supply area here. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to scale down to my 4 range just as well. See if we get any means or bit of rejection. Okay. All right, we're at the daily PLC, so I need to be very careful in this area right here. You can see that purple line, pinkish line. That's the daily POC. This is that area off the 12 range chart right here where that supply zone rests at. You can see it right here around the 87.5 area. So the price can break through it. We can push right through it. But right now I want to see some means of rejection taking place on my 4 range chart. Possibly a breaker structure, breaker structure, pull back. So just gonna wait it out here. Yeah. See what takes place here. All right, so I'm long off the ES right now. I'm looking for price to fill in these imbalances back to the upside here, and I got two contracts as far as where my TP lies at 93.5. So this price took out the pullback to you see, whoops, give me 1 second, guys. On the 4 range, pullback on the 4 range too. So pay close attention to the 12R and the 4R. I'm looking forward to come up here, right here at 93.5. Okay, so to the group before it hits my TP because it's getting ready to hit it. I know it is. Okay. All right. So look at it. Hit it to the tick and bounced off of it. All right. So come on. All right. Let's see what happens. Hopefully I get filled here. But yeah, this price broke higher. You know, it broke through this area of structure when it pushed up right here. It took this area here out. Then it pulled back, rejected, and I went aggressive long. Is what I'm trying to say. But it was, you know, close here to the POC, so you have to be very careful. I don't recommend. I always say trading around the POC unless you have loads of experience and know what you're doing, because anything can happen there. Okay, but I was paying close attention just as well on the 4 range chart here. So price had pushed up, pulled back, broke structure to the upside. We got a pullback here, and then I went long. So you know, there was price taken out, breaking structure here on the 12 range, pulling back. Okay, so retracement, and then the same thing taking course here on the 4R. Price broke structure to the upside, pull back, and I look for an entry to go long. Okay, so come on, fill my position. Okay, we just got filled there, so that was a decent trade. Taking it back up to filling in these imbalances right here. Okay, so again, broke structure here to the upside. All right, so price push down, pull back, broke lower. We got similar highs here, broke structure here to the upside. Okay, on the push up here, then it pulls back. I look for rejection to go long, right? But if we scale down to the 4 range chart, this area right here was the same area right here, centered around the VPOC around 43.87 and 3/4. Okay, so again, we got the breaker structure here to the upside on the 4 range, pull back. You know, it's just kind of confluence with the two charts. Breaker structure to the upside here, up to the upside here. So price pushed up, running this area of liquidity here. Breaker structure to the upside, pull back. Same thing, taking course here. Pushed up, pull back, taking liquidity here, breaking structure here, pulling back. I look to go long, and that's what I did. All right, short entry off the Nasdaq here. Nasdaq futures. Okay. Maybe in this trade it's a little too early and looking at price action. It can actually, let me see here where we're at. It can actually test this area here around somewhere around 95.5, 96, and possibly, you know, may get a rejection from there. But I'm in this trade early. Looking for some rejection here off the 12 range on the NQ. So this area here is a demand zone. So hopefully price will come down to this demand zone, but it could push higher here. So again, look at it. Aggressive entry here on the Nasdaq. Very aggressive here. Let's see. Yeah. Honestly, not liking this too much. I think I'm gonna take this trade out here. Not the best trade here. I'm taking this one out. Not a good trade. See it tapping into that supply zone now. I'm gonna get out this trade right here. Got into early. Okay, so that's okay. You know, we don't win them all. I took out a break even there because I noticed what I knew it was going to test this area here, but I just don't know if it's going to come back down to this zone here. So it's okay. So we'll wait. We wait. Took out this area here. Okay, small area of demand resting right here on the Nasdaq, right here at 80 3/4. Prices retracing back, trying to fill in these gaps or imbalances back down to the downside. Look at, I mean, today it's just been a bullish. It's been bullish. I mean, I think what's today? So since let's see, it was Friday the 17th. No, Friday was the 18th. I'm sorry. The 18th. We've been bullish since then. I mean, we've been in this bullish channel to the upside on the Nasdaq. So, all right. Whoops. So, still looking at the Nasdaq here. I'm just trying to scalp today, guys. Take a few entries or points. If I see something on both markets, then I'll, you know, if I don't see anything on the Nasdaq and I see something set up on the ES, but you know, just kind of back and forth in between the two of them. So, yeah, I don't see nothing right now on the ES. I think it's hitting an area of supply right now. Yeah, this is an area of supply off of the 60 range chart right here. So price could definitely reject this area. So let me see. Let's see. Yeah, it could reject this area here. This is a supply zone off the 60R, like I said. So we'll see. I'm gonna scoot back over to the Nasdaq right quick. Bring it over. Just looking at the 12 range and the 60 range on the Nasdaq. Again, this is a, let's see. All right. Price is rejected off of that 60. I mean, excuse me, it was projecting on the Nasdaq right now. So let's see what happens here. This is a demand zone. Let's see what takes place here. It's low volume area. You can see right here. So price could try to aim for this high volume area below. Just never know. Let's see. Breaker structure to the upside here off the Nasdaq. So it could come down and try to test some lower areas. It could come all the way down and test this area here, possibly. There's a demand zone resting right here. Yeah, maybe. Let's see. Looking for a break to the upside here. Okay, I'm long. Oh, okay. So it may pull back first before it decides to push up. But I'm looking for above this area here to take out on the Nasdaq. Let's see if it gives it to us. It could push lower here. Come on. Yeah, we could push lower here. Don't like the buy so high. This move to the upside here. Buying pretty high on this on the volume profile. On the profile, I'm buying at the more so on the top end of it here. So let's see what happens. See what happens. See what happens. Come on. I don't want to see it break primarily below 75 3/4. Ugh. Not liking this on the Nasdaq so far. Okay. A little iffy. Yeah. Not really liking this too much. Yeah. Come on. Come on, come on. Push up. It's moving sideways now. Slow volume area. You can shoot right through this area here and come down and test this higher area of higher volume down here. This is it is a demand zone. So, okay. All right, look at it. Pushed up, pull back. I want to see it break higher. Come on. Break higher. Get too much resistance on the upside here. I may just go ahead and take what I can get here. It's pushing and pulling here. All right. Come on. Push up. All right. All right. Okay. All right. I'll take come on, baby. Go back up. I tell you what, I'm gonna hold this trade. I'm not going to take out early. I want to see it clear this area up here. Come on. There we go. Oh, that was quick. All right. Got filled there pretty quick. Came up there, snatched it right to the top up there. I mean, shot up there. All right. So, all right. Out of that trade now. That was a successful trade. And this is what I've done so far today. I think a combination of the ES and the Nasdaq. What's it doing? There we go. Okay. So total of 207, 204. Okay. A few trades here on the Nasdaq. A few trades on the. I think only one trade on the ES. Two trades on the ES. So nothing. Okay. Most of it have been on the ES. All right. So. Okay. So yeah, this trade. I think this trade here I got out on the ES. Let's see what happened here on the ES. 4405. Yeah, I think I was going short. Yeah, I got out on that. I got out on that trade there because it wasn't going in my favor. So I got out early, pretty much at break even. So just you got to manage your trades. If it doesn't seem like it's going in your favor quick enough, then get out of the trade. You know, people always have that, always questioning me. Well, how do you manage your trades and how do you prevent from taking losses? You just get out the trade. Simple as that. Do not stay in the trade longer than expected. If it starts to just go against you, and then get out. Don't stay in that trade, guys. All right, so all right, let's see what's next. Again, I mentioned we are bullish on the Nasdaq. I mean, you can see it since the 18th. We're in this channel to the upside. Let me show you. If you don't know what a channel is, then look. We're in this channel, higher highs and higher lows to the upside. Okay, so we are bullish right now over the last 2 days, from Friday till today. All right, that's the 60R Nasdaq. All right, so out here on the ES, got a supply zone resting right here off the 12R chart. So price gets up there and see what takes place. Okay. Yeah, because it's in a channel to the upside too as well. I mean, it is just as well bullish off the 12R. If I look at the higher time frame, then we are, to me, still bearish on the higher time frame on the E-mini S&P 500, the ES futures. So this is the channel to the upside off of the ES. Yes, we had a high here, pulled back, made a higher low, higher high, retraced pretty deep, and then swung back up to the upside after, say, 12 o'clock today. So we are trending to the upside right now on the 12R, okay? So, and we do have a supply zone resting in this area right here around 40, 20 and a quarter, and you can see a high volume node sitting right there. Okay, so we'll see what happens if price gets to that area. It is 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern time now. I'm kind of stopping and going throughout the day, you know, kind of taking breaks, walking away, coming back, just kind of seeing what the market's doing and making a video here. So I marked off this supply zone. Let's see. As you can see right here, this is an area of supply. Price is tapping into it now as we speak. Supply zone. So let me move this green line because actually the area was right here. I think I moved it to draw this box. Okay, so anyways, let's take a look at the 12 range chart. Okay, so we are in that zone, and we'll see. I don't see to me, you know, that was off the higher time frame. So now I'm waiting for that magical thing to happen to where I see, you know, pretty much price rejecting, break a structure, and then pull back on the lower time frame here. So because that was a higher time frame supply zone. Okay. Yeah. Price is probably going to take out below this area right here. Yeah. Trying to wick that area out. Let's see. Let's see. There is a small area of demand right here, the demand zone. So, let me see. If we get some rejection right here at, I don't know, around 92.5, might go long for a quick scalp. It's gonna be a very, very quick, very short scalp. Not meaning not going short, but a very short-lived run. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm going long. Quick long here. Just maybe up to this area right here. Let's see. Come on, baby. Let's see if we get filled here around 15,000. Be 14,999 and a quarter. Price tapped into this small area of demand right here. Off the Nasdaq, you can see it right here. So let's see if we can get a little feel here. Let's see. Okay. Come on. starts to pull away from me. Okay, come on. Come on. I'm going to take a contract out there and one out there. Okay, so, all right, another little successful trade right there on the Nasdaq. Okay. And there we go. Let's continue pushing higher. We're going to look at the ES right now. I'm just kind of back and forth, guys, in between the two charts here. Again, we are in an area of supply off of the ES now. Again, I'm looking back and forth between the two. I don't really see anything that really is interesting to me at this moment on the ES. I mean, we're in a 60R supply zone, and I can narrow that zone down because if we look at that zone, we're talking in between 27 and let's just say 10. I mean, that's a pretty significant zone in size, you know, so I could really start to narrow things down and move this line when I drop down to my 12R and put it right here around the 20 area. So that would be my zone of interest now that I've identified both the 60 on the 60R supply and now a supply zone on the 12 range. Okay, so we're approaching that area, and if I see something kick off or you know we get some means of rejection there, then I'll probably take a short entry. So we'll see. But I have to be mindful because we are on the 12 range, we are bullish. But to me, on the 60 or the higher time frame, we are bearish. This is the ES futures right here. And I was just looking at the Nasdaq, which I'm now about to switch back over just to take a look at to see what's going on. Okay, I'm about to wrap up this video here, guys, because I kind of been off and on all day, but I just want to kind of make it. I know the length of this video is probably going to be pretty significant, but I wanted to incorporate a few trades, and you've seen where I, my accumulation of trades throughout the day, the ones I've taken, as well as a few trades I jumped out of, I got out of because to me, I just didn't see it moving in my favor quick enough. And I talked about this in many videos before. If a trade is being stagnant and it's not moving in your favor, look, just get out the trade, okay? To protect your capital, Yes, we could all kick ourselves in the butt when that trade goes in our favor, but look, there are many, 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 many more trade opportunities that will line up, okay? So just be patient, okay? Don't get mad or frustrated because you didn't get into what turned out to be a great trade, or you were already in the trade and then you got yourself out of the trade because the trade wasn't moving quick enough in your favor. And just protect yourself. You have to go with your gut instinct. All right, so we have push up here, pull back, push up. This is NASDAQ, guys. Pull back, break higher, and then it's retraced pretty deep here. So we have this leg retracing back to the downside here. Now, if the market could pull back to this area down here. This is an area of demand sitting down here off the 12R on the NASDAQ. It broke structure right here. So we had this push down, pull back, and then push lower. Then it turned back around and took out structure right here to the upside. So I don't know what it's aiming to do right now, but you have a high here right now that price could be aiming for. So it could push, as it pushed up here and pull back, it could break higher and take out, take out this high right here. But I'm going to wait to see what happens here. If it's going to kind of come back down here and tap into maybe this demand zone here. Looking at the 12R, the 60R on the NASDAQ. Let's see. What am I looking at here? Okay, yeah, there is I mentioned this already, supply zone resting right here. So, yeah, I'm gonna scoot back down to the NASDAQ here. Move this over. I just want to look at the ES right quick. So like I said, there's a supply zone resting up here on the ES. Just gonna wait. Just gonna wait right now and see what happens. Okay. So kind of wait and look for price to break, areas of structure. Like right now, price made this high here and then it pulls back. So this, all this in between, this is what I like to call internal structure. So this would be, if price did something like this right here, you know, we saw this move to the upside here and then it retraces back. The next thing we're looking for is a break higher, okay? So this would be the full-on swing, the break of structure to the upside here. Or it could turn around and then, or fold and break to the downside here. So it could have, you know, push down, pull back, and broke lower. So right now, just be, don't trade, try not to trade in the middle of anything, is what I'm trying to say. You know, look for those actual swings, the full swings, you know. Like here, price made, pushed up here, pull back, broke structure to the upside here, pull back, broke structure to the upside. Everything in between the swings to the upside here, that's internal structure. You know, I'm not saying you can't trade it, but you can get caught up in a trade is what I'm trying to say. Now, this, like I mentioned, this right here could be demand down here at the bottom, right? Because it broke a little key area of internal structure right here. And you can scalp it. Yes, you can. If you know what you're doing, then, you know, that's good. But if you don't, then look for the bigger swings and capitalize, or try to capitalize off of those moves. So right now, I'm just looking to see, is price going to push higher here, or is it going to make a, you know, another attempt for the downside here? So we'll see. Okay, because on the 12 hour right now, it made a high here, it pulled back, broke higher, so it came down, made a low here, pulls back, another low, pulls back, another low, right? So it's starting to break areas of structure to the downside as it started moving lower, right? But it looks like we're maybe trying to push higher here. So we'll see what happens here. All right, into the close of today, we just tapped into that 12-hour area of supply that I mentioned. So we had, I'm gonna show it to you again. 60 range demand zone, excuse me, supply zone right here. And all I did was kind of, I scaled down to my lower time frame chart, and within that general area of that supply area off the 60R, I'm looking for just to kind of, I like my zones to be, you know, narrow, or when I zoom down or move down to the lower time frame, the 12 range in this case here, because I'm marking a supply zone off the higher time frame, and now I'm marking a supply zone off the lower time frame. But this enables me to get a better, I guess, entry point. Okay, so I'm looking for price to, I'm in this trade aggressive, but I'm looking for price to reject this area and come down and take out this area here below 11.5, or really primarily 11. So we'll see what it's actually going to do here, because it could possibly, let me see. Nope, I think that it may reject this area. So hopefully it does so, because we are tapped right into this area of supply here. So I'm going to stay in this trade here, and I mean, literally we've got a few moments before the market closes. So I may have to, typically when we get around this time frame here, the market kind of either does, one, some sporadic type stuff, I have to be very careful, or two, it moves really slow, and then it may not even, you know, volume gets kind of thinned out, and then it doesn't push down quick enough. So what I'll primarily do is if it doesn't move quick enough, then I'll get out the trade and just take what I can take out of this trade before the market closes. All right, because I don't like to trade around this time frame, and most times I'm completely out of the market. I mean, I'm only doing this today because I'm trading in between two markets pretty much, and just seeing what I can pick up, because I haven't traded last week. It's not a matter of trying to make up anything from, you know, not trading for a week. It's just, I just wanted to spend a little more time in the market today. And every once in a while, I'll do this, or I'll do like an all-day session. Not where I'm sitting in front of my computer all day, but where I'm, you know, kind of just stopping and going. Because this is what I love to do. I'm passionate about it. So, but yeah, I'm going to, hopefully it pushes down pretty quick. I'm not sure what it's going to do, but I'm done with the Nasdaq today. I'll say that. Because we're getting ready to wrap up the session here. But yeah, let's see. So this is the type of stuff. This is one of the reasons why I don't like to trade towards the close, because it starts doing some funky stuff, and it get really volatile right towards the close, or typically 15 minutes before the close, 10 minutes before the close, or it will start moving real slow, and I don't want to be in a trade. So come on. I think I might close this trade out here. Just take what I can take. I would think that's going to come down here and take out this 11 area, but I think I'm going to go ahead and probably take out. That would give me 2 points right there. So we'll just take out around 2 points if we can get it. Come on. Oh, this has been an all-day event. I probably will not be making another all-day video like this for a long period of time. Look at it, hit the TP and then it bounces. Yeah, it's that time of day. That time of day that I do not like to be in the market around. I just saw this setup and I've been waiting for this to unfold today. So there we go. First contracts filled. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take out at 2. There we go. Take out at 2 points and call it a day on the ES futures and the Nasdaq. But yeah, I appreciate everyone who's tuned in and watching today's video of the trades that I've taken. Giving pretty much a full-on explanation of why I took the trades. So it's the same thing I do all the time. Just their supply and demand setups that I'm trading off of at high probability zones. Looking at a kind of using period charts. So like this trade here, this was a 60-yard demand, supply setup to where I scaled down and down to the 12 range chart and marked off a supply zone. So it's the same thing. Just using pair charts gives you more confluence, and I did the same thing on the Nasdaq. So that's just pretty much how I trade. I'm looking for imbalances back at key areas of supply and demand, waiting for the rejection, and taking my trade. And most times I'm aiming for some means of liquidity, either above or below, depending if it's a demand or supply setups. But anyways, if you are not a current subscriber and you're watching today's video, please take the time to go ahead and sub by clicking on the subscribe button down below. Turn your post notifications on by clicking on the bell, and please drop a like on the video. If you're interested in joining the Discord, please find the link down in the description portion of the video. You can click on that, invite yourself in. And that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. I'm going to wrap it up here. Today was another successful day of trading, getting back to it, start of a new week, and not too shabby today. Appreciate everyone watching today's video. Take care, and please drop a like.